to all, of course, be in your own chairs. So finding a comfortable seat, your ankles are going to be underneath your knees in lined up with your hips, and then your hands can come to your thighs. Close your eyes. Feel your spine sit up a little bit taller, and soften your shoulders down your back. Have you take your shoulders, draw them all the way up towards the ears, and keep your shoulders lifted, then draw them towards or behind you, then slide your shoulders down your back. One more time, shoulders, draw them up towards the ears, finding that scrunch, keeping the shoulders lifted as you take them back in space, and then soften your shoulders down the back. The spine still tall, shoulders a little bit softer than before. Begin to tune into your breath. You feel it enter and leave through the nose. During our hectic and busy lives, we tend to breathe rather quick, about 16 to 22 breaths per minute. But when you bring awareness to your breath or use breath techniques or different breath work, you can work on slowing your breath down. And when your breath begins to slow, you begin to feel more relaxed, often easier to concentrate. So we're going to take a breath practice. It's called a 3-part breath. And the intention is to cut down your breath perhaps to half or even less than your normal rate. So to start, I'm going to have you take one hand onto your chest and take the next 3 breaths and send your breath to the hand onto your chest. So you'll feel your chest lift as you inhale and relax as you exhale. Slide your hand lower to about in between your rib cage, so you can feel your ribs expand as you breathe in and knit back together as you breathe out. Then take the palm to your low belly, right underneath the navel. Feel the belly expand as you breathe in. And draw back in as you breathe out. Then release your hand back to your thigh, 3-part breath. We're going to fill up from the bottom up to the top, and we'll empty from the top to the bottom. So like anything new, might take a few rounds. Just do your best. On the next inhale, breathe in through the nose and send your breath towards the belly, then the ribs and the chest. Exhale from chest, ribs, belly. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale from the chest, ribs, belly. So filling from the bottom, middle, to the top. Exhaling from the top, middle, bottom. Take a few more like that. Final one. Then return to your normal breathing in and out through the nose. And perhaps noticing a shift already in how you feel with a few moments connecting to your breath. Take your chin in towards your chest, and then take your right ear off to your right shoulder. Keep your spine nice and tall, lifting in through the chest. Take your chin back into your chest, and then your left ear off to your left shoulder. Exhale, bring your chin into your chest. Inhale, your right ear off to your right shoulder. Then I'll have you take your left hand and just give yourself your own little massage on the shoulder, maybe the neck, sometimes closer where the hairline is can feel good. Just a moment for a self-care massage. Also, nice to identify where you might be holding some tension of your own. And you release your hand down, take your chin into your chest, and then your left ear off to your left shoulder. This time the right hand to the right side of the neck, so you can identify what's going on, massage where needed. Release your right hand down, take your chin into your chest, and then send your gaze forward. Sweep your arms off to the side. Arms will come up to the sky. Bring your palms to touch. Exhale, slide your hands down in front of your heart. Keep your palms to touch. Inhale, reach your arms back up. Exhale, release your hands down by your sides. Take a breath in, sweep your arms back up. And then you're going to interlace your hands. Open your elbows to the sides of the room, and you're going to take the palms to the back of the head. Now, from being on computers a lot throughout the day, back of the neck tends to get really weak with how we sit. I'm going to have you broaden your elbows really wide, and now we're going to engage the neck or strengthen it. So press your hands into your head and your head into your hands. So perhaps feeling the back of the neck begin to turn on, and then continue to broaden the elbows to open your chest. Continue to lengthen the spine. Continue pressing your hands into your head, but begin to draw your head slightly back. Begin to lift your gaze. Just take this as far as feels good, a nice widening of the upper back, as well as continuing to strengthen the back of your neck. Take one more breath. Then send your gaze back to the horizon. Point your elbows forward, release your arms to your thighs, and take a few rolls of your shoulders. Bring both of your hands to your left knee, and your right hand's going to be on top. You're going to lift your right arm up as you breathe in, and kind of think like you're creating a rainbow. The right arm is going to reach up and back, and I'll have you follow the fingertips with your gaze. Right palm faces up towards the sky. Then take your right arm, reach it up, back, and over, returning to the knee. So inhale, lift the arm, open it up like you're making a rainbow, send your gaze back behind you. Then reach the arm up, over, plant it back to the knee. One more time. Inhale, opening the shoulder, the chest. Exhale, returning back. And the hand comes to the right knee. This time the left hand comes on top. Again, that big rainbow, reaching it up. Palm faces up towards the sky as you reach it back behind you. Then you take the arm up, over, and plant the hand back to the knee. Inhale, up, over, look back. Exhale, bring it back. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Bring both hands to the knees. Make sure that you're sitting tall. This is great for the lumbar, the tight to sitting a lot. We're going to hinge forward and back from the hips. So you're going to continue. Spine won't really move or a transition change. It's just this hinging motion forward and back. I kind of find like the first few times I do it, I'm not really sure. And then the more I begin to move, the more it begins to feel really good in my low back. And all these can really go at your own pace. So if you want to move a little faster or a little slower than I am, feel free to adjust accordingly. Take about 2 more. And then after rapid movements, nice to pause for a moment, send the gaze down the bridge of the nose, and take 1 deep breath in and out through the nose. Seated cat and cow. Hands will stay on the knees. As you breathe in, you're going to begin to draw your chest forward, your shoulders back, slightly lift your gaze. As you exhale, you'll round your spine and take your chin in towards the chest. Inhale, draw forward. This might be one that you'll want to shift a little more forward on the chair, as just in case if when you round your spine, you're pressing into the back of the chair. Kind of want a lot of space so you can round as much as feels good. So inhale, nice back bend or an arc of the spine. Exhale is a curl of the spine, pressing the back of the heart behind you. And continue to move 2 more rounds. Inhale and exhale. Breathing in and breathing out. And then once again, sitting tall, taking a moment, send the gaze down the bridge of the nose and take 1 breath. Reach your arms to the sides and up. Spin your palms towards the computer. Take your left hand to your right wrist. Give it a little pull up. And then take that arm off to the side, finding a side bend. I want you to be mindful where you're looking. It can be down or forward, so you're not building any tension in your neck. Inhale, make your way up. Grab for the other wrist. So the pull up is very therapeutic for your wrist. And then welcome the side bend in the other direction, creating space with a mindful gaze. Inhale, come back through center. Release your hands to your thighs, shift your weight forward to your feet. We're going to come up to stand and just take 1 pose standing. So I'm going to come behind my chair and off to the side. My left hand is finding the chair, and we'll find a balance pose, tree pose. You can always avoid using the chair if you'd like, but it's nice to have that security, that option. I'm going to come onto your right toes and open your right knee off to the right side. Foot can stay to the ankle, it can come up to the calf, anywhere that's not pressing upon the knee. And you can either start with 1 hand at your heart center or both hands at the heart. Send your gaze somewhere that doesn't move. And we'll take a few moments breathing, being focused. And then release your hands, release your leg. Left hand will stay to the chair. Reach your right arm off to the side, up and over. You're going to come back to that side bend we just took sitting, but now maybe finding just a little bit more stretch. Then arm reaches up and over. If you use the chair for balance, find it on the other side. Weight will shift off to your right foot, come onto your left toes, open up your left knee and find the foot placement on this side. Either 1 hand to your heart center or both. What I love about balancing poses, it's really hard to think about something else while you're focused on balance, so it's likely a much needed mental break. Take a few breaths. And release the hand, release the leg, sweep your left arm up and over, finding a side bend. And then up and over. Do some wiggles. Nice to just get yourself up standing. And then we'll return back to the chair. Take a breath in and reach your arms out to the side. And then your right arm's gonna come on top of your left arm, kind of like you're giving yourself a big hug. Then see if you can wiggle or bring the fingertips closer to each other on your back. And lift your elbows up in line with your shoulders, creating a lot of space in between the shoulder blades. This can be the perfect place to stay. Some of you might want to bring back of the hands or palms touch, eagle arms. All are great options. Send your gaze down the bridge of the nose and take 3 breaths. Inhale, open up your arms, and you'll sweep them up to the sky. Bring your hands back to heart center. Find the other side, open up the arms, breathe in. Cross your left upper arm or left arm on top of the right. You're aiming for the upper arms to cross. See if you can walk the fingertips closer to each other. Behind you, lift your elbows up in line with the shoulders. Continuing to stay here, eagle arms, back of the hands or palms touch. If you're an eagle, reach the pinky finger side of your arms forward of the hands. And then 3 breaths, gaze down the bridge of the nose, creating space between the shoulder blades. Take a breath in, reach your arms out to the side. Take a few rolls of the wrist, one direction and then the other. Sweep your arms up to the sky, breathe in. Take your hands down through the heart. Left hand finds your right knee. Right hand will find the right side of the chair. Lift yourself up really tall and then low ribs and up, revolve to the right side. So finding a gentle twist in your chair. Lift up, lengthen. See if you can spin the upper chest a little more towards the right. Even the head of the right shoulder draws back. One more breath. And slowly release. Your right hand finds the left knee. Left hand to the left side of the chair. Sit up tall, lengthen, and exhale, revolve left. See if your spine can grow a little taller. Low ribs and up is what revolves. Head of the left shoulder draws back. And exhale, slowly release. Take your hands to the knees, sit up tall, then begin to hinge forward. So this can be any amount, it can just be a little hinge. Maybe you begin to melt your chest more towards the thighs. Hands can stay on the thighs or they can relax down on or towards the ground. And then let go of your neck. Take your chin, draw the head a little side to side. Walk your hands back up your thighs. Think about a tabletop back. And then really use the strength of your arms as you unhinge from your hips to return back where you came from. Just take a few moments to close the eyes and reconnect to the breath. Coming back to that 3-part breath for 3 rounds. Inhaling through the nose, filling your belly, ribs, chest. filling chest, ribs, belly. Inhale, filling bottom, middle, top. Exhale, top, middle, bottom. Last one, you and your breath. Turning to normal breath in and out through the nose. Checking in if your body feels a little bit different, your breath feels a little different, your mind a little different than from 20 minutes ago. And then gently open up the eyes. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in.